Welcome, welcome, welcome to day 8 as we go live for the 8th day. Welcome, welcome, welcome aboard. And I welcome everybody to day 8 stream. Today I want to start with a story that captures why I believe starting at one of the most biggest technological shifts in our lifetime. Right, we're building this AI platform. Those of you who have been with us, you know what time it is. But most people still think of AI as just another productivity tool. Something that helps you write emails a little faster, generate images, ask a few questions. But AI is rapidly becoming much better, right? It's just changing, like it's becoming a rapid force in life. It's becoming an autonomous workforce. Let me tell you about two brothers who experienced this and demonstrated it. Their names are Matthew and Leon Gallagher. Together, they built a telehealth company called Mideve, right? At a glance, you might think this is just another startup success story, but it isn't. Because what makes this story remarkable is they built, I believe, it's how they built their company, right? They launched their company like in 2004 with like $20,000, and the business grew in a short period, right? Just with two full-time employees. Think about that for a second. Not 200 employees, not 2,000 employees, but just two people. Yet they built a business that's reportedly generated over $400 million in revenue in their first year, with projections to be on track to do $1 billion in revenue. How is it even possible? The answer is leverage. They didn't just build a traditional company, they built an AI native company. They built systems, they used AI agents and AI infrastructure to help write software. They built their website, they built marketing campaigns which were AI assisted, and AI customer support they built. They built AI automations and operations. They built heads of department, right? All AI employees related, right? They deployed AI intelligence systems. And now it's worth pointing out that we are literally doing everything alone now in this new modern age, right? With AI agents, right? So this is just an example of what you can achieve with a digital workforce, right? Medicare services themselves were delivered through partnerships who were licensed clinicians and networks of healthcare providers. The brothers focused on creating operational systems that were connecting everything together. And that's the important distinction, right? They didn't replace experts, they amplified them. They built a business where technology handled repetitive tasks and automated pieces, and they worked closely with AI, right? It's so important to understand this because this broke like the rule of economics, the rule of humanity. I would say, right? The AI agents weren't just chatbots. They were agents with a goal, a purpose, and a mission, and they collaborated together to work without minimum human involvement. Imagine having now a AI marketing agent that creates and publishes content, a sales agent that follows up with leads, a finance agent that tracks your numbers, a customer support agent that tracks your questions and support, a research agent that gathers all the competitive intelligence that you need to know while you're asleep. And none of these agents get tired. None of them get sick. They all can work together. Now, that's why I believe the biggest question businesses are soon going to face is how many employees do we need? It will become a whole new dimension, right? So we're moving from building companies to building intelligent systems that empower people. And the business that embrace this shit early will be able to have the fast, what do you call it, the fast mover, the first mover advantage. They'll operate leaner and operate in better ways, which will be light years ahead of other companies. So this is the day and age that we're in, and we're preparing for a future, and it's arriving at much faster than we thought. And this is why we built this platform Supreme X agents, right? A platform that has an army of agents together that you can deploy in your business, right? It's not just automations. This is what we've been covering over the live streams. So this is day 9. We're going to recap with what we did over the last week, right? But before we recap, let's just see what's happening, right? Actually, yeah, what's happening in the news, because there's been some major changes happening, right? So we'll say, I believe, right, the government, yes, the government are starting to treat AI as critical infrastructure. Now you might have seen. Also, the European Union has announced new rules that will prepare Google to make parts of Android and its search ecosystem accessible to competing AI assistants. Just check that out. The European Union has announced new rules that will require Google to make other parts of Android and its search ecosystem more accessible to competing AI assistants. The goal is simple: to prevent one company from dominating the feed and how billions of people access AI. Regulators want more competition and more consumer choices as AI becomes part of everyday computing. It isn't just another tech regulation, it's a sign that governments see AI as infrastructure, something that's important as search engine engagement, smartphones, and even electricity. Right? This is what's actually happening now. When we go on Google, I see Google has got that common thing, right? AI. It's like what's it called? Like AI. Your AI. When you're googling something, it's giving your AI view, right? And now, surprisingly, AI leaders, right, are coming together to create regulation. Somehow, um, leaders of OpenAI, DeepMind, shall I say, Anthropic have all been called for stronger oversights on frontier AI models. Even when they're fierce competitors with one another, they are literally conversing ideas that what is capable of AI systems should emerge and what testing operations and need to put in safety frameworks, right? When it's the biggest competitors agree on, or when the biggest competitors agree on, or something, this is like major, worth paying attention, right? Major, because now you have a consensus developing on AI is getting more serious in the economy. I want you to understand. So as AI gets more serious, AI workforce is going to explode and get more serious. People is going to be adapting more AI into their everyday life, right? Now, economists now are warning that AI will reshape the economy faster than the industry revolution. Just remember that economists are saying AI will reshape industries faster than the industrial revolution. More than 200 economists, researchers, and AI experts, including multiple Nobel Prize winners, have signed a public statement urging governments to prepare for the AI's economic impact. I'm telling you, man, time to wake up. Their message was straightforward. Don't wait. Start preparing now. The concern is that AI is coming. Not that it's coming someday, it's already here. It's already driving initiative much faster than institutions, educational systems, labor markets can adopt, right? This is why those people who understand where we're at right now with this platform and with AI agents and digital workforce, if you adapt it into your business, you will explode at a phenomenal, rapid rate. And this is what we want you to do, right? We're no longer asking whether AI is real. We're no longer asking whether AI will be adapted into business. The question is, it's already been answered. It is real, it is here. AI is here to stay because people and businesses are going to have enormous advantage over the next 10 to 5 years. This is the key thing I'm saying, right? The next 5 to 10 years. So let's just review of what we've been doing and working on this platform over the last 7 days. I want to show you, those of you who are regular to our stream, our AI agents where I've been working and we've been deploying. We have this sales intelligence agent These are all our agents which are working in our business, right? 60 plus agents which we help deploy in our own business and for clients. And if you want your business to have a competitive advantage, you need to have a swarm of agents working in your business to establish higher productivities and help you to reach your revenue goals. Right. So these are all agents that are actually working in our business. I love to look in our agent system here to see what agents, the great agents are still waiting to be executed. But this is an agent swarm of agents. Go, this is our command center, actually what happens. And when I go into our chief operating officer, right, if I say what agents were running this week. Actually, I've got this new feature. Let me talk it. What agents were running this week? I think that's an error because we see we've got to work on that bug because we was literally running errors agents all this week. So let me just see. Let me ask you. We had agents running this week. This is a new talk feature that we was having. How come you made a mistake and you didn't recognize that before? I want to ask it. Awesome. So does AI make mistakes? Yes, most definitely. Sometimes, like what he said. So these are agents which have run last week. Um, Let me just ask. How many calls were made on the sales calls campaigns this week? Yes. Could you open the auto dialer page so we can see that detail? Actually, the information is on the sales call dashboard. No, the information is on the sales call dashboard. How many calls were made? How many was calls were made on the campaigns? Oh, I'm in the wrong account. Let me just switch over. This is the future of we just got to optimize our talking agent. You just got to optimize that. But let me just go back. Actually, we just got to optimize our talking agent. So we just got to optimize our talking agent. There's one thing that I need to do, which I didn't. 1 second. OMG. So this is our command center, right? This is where our agents is. I was actually in the wrong account. So let me just go back to our auto dialer. We're trying to perfect this talking agent feature. So let me go back to the sales dashboard. See if it picks up this data. We run it through cold call campaigns. So we just want to see how the agent actually. This is interesting. We can't talk to the agent when notifications are coming, so we need to work on that. We might have this talking agent icon movable. So we done over 2088 actually. Let me check this. This is one of the campaigns that we was working on. Cold call campaign. Actually, there was 3 different campaigns actually. So this is a new sales dashboard that we built for cold calling, which we've been working on during. Actually, we built it 3 weeks. We're just optimizing it. We're optimizing the talk feature as well because when this talk feature, can you pull up a AI agent for me? I would like to run the YouTube channel agent. I want you to open it on the run page, so it's good to go. I want you to open it on the run page, and I want to do video scripts. I just want you to open up the dashboard so I can see it. Oh, that's interesting. So that's an error. That's an error that we got to fix. Literally, it just took me completely somewhere else. Sorry, you took me to the home page. Why was that? I would like you to run the YouTube channel planner. Can can you open it on the run page for me? So this is what we're testing. We're testing this agent. So it just needs some optimization. I'm starting to test it more often, but it's something that we're going to be doing. I I'm not on the YouTube channel run page now. Can you open it, please? So that error needs fixing because it's like in a loop. So that's interesting. Let me just go here and open it on the channel run page. I have to put a testing feature, so which is just for the voice commands, so we can optimize the voice command specifically. That's interesting. So let me go here, YouTube ad planner, open. Yes, so this is what we was working on ideas. We're going to improve the idea agent because we want it to find, yes, what do they call it? Outliers. So we can find content ideas. At the moment, let's see what this actually ideal planner does. So step one, we incomplete. We import 10 to 20 competitors, right? So, and then we get that data back, like we see. Step two, it runs, it selects YouTube content generators to fill a niche, target audience, etc. All right. Step three, it checks for pattern. These are the four things that this YouTube idea generator checks for. But we want to optimize it. It checks for pattern analysis, opportunity map, upgrades for authority titles, etc. Growth strategy. Yeah, and then generates the first 10 of it. So we want to optimize it. Like you said, right? We developed this agent really early in the beginning, right? So then it pulls back the data, right? But now we want it to do that's competitive analysis. We might include we want it to do a research analysis. Yes, we might put another tab here for research analysis. So research analysis where it can look for outliers. So yes, so then after it can bring back that data for us. So because it is the idea generator. So that's what another thing that we need to optimize. The script. This is one of our working magic. This we do all different types of scripts here. Here we can produce topic-based scripts, transition-based scripts, YouTube URL breakdown scripts, documentary style strips. We can draw the generation, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right? So it's really helpful. Talking head video, Google Doc presentation, talking head animation, voiceover, hybrid documentary style. So these are all the different types of scripts that you can produce, right? So we done and put a high level intensity in it. So here I think we have to work on a visual design. Yeah, this was the visual design agent. That visual design agent is for when we want to do graphs, etc. So I did have some commands. I mean, this is interesting. This is not coming down. Oh, this voice agent. So this might be something that we have to. I'm clicking, it's not moving. That's interesting. So design mode. Let's check this. Oh yeah. So these were the different styles. These were the different styles. I'm thinking a different way how we can literally present this data. Let me do a lucid shot. Oh, yeah, I've got to change that. We're gonna work on that. Literally, we're gonna work on that visual design. So the B-roll which we did was working on this week. Yes, performed quite good. This there's the issue here because it's not letting us click. So this is gonna need to be fixed for some reason. Let me open up this. The B-roll agent. Yeah, so we put the script here, then it starts to generate B-roll. Let me go some that it produced before. So yes, so that definitely works. So our B-roll has been generated from like this script here, and it generates multiple scenes, and we can, yeah, we can go back. It done 3 scenes. It generates 10 to 15 scenes, right? So that B-roll, this is a pretty awesome feature which we've developed to get B-roll at a rapid rate, right? And let's just see that B-roll. Yeah, because let me go back. This is stuff that we were working at through the whole week. So let me open this library. Let me go to scripts. Because here also recent scripts. This should pull up our recent scripts. Yeah, so these are all the recent scripts, right? That's developed, which is so awesome. So we've got a script library and a hook library. Let me go to the past hooks. These are all the past hooks. If I press one of those, it will generate another script. Let me see the vote isn't coding. Let me see this script. Now we're generating a new script. We're just testing this, right? So it's interesting to know how it's a new script. These are all new features that we actually developed. So we're just optimizing. We've been optimizing for this last week. And also in this script, once it's done, we should have the raw script, we should have the hook variation, we should have all these different features. While that's cooking, let's see. We had some questions. We had some people ask questions. What was the primary one of the questions that we were asked? What was the primary purpose of the business playbook? Yes, that's interesting. Let's just while this is cooking, let's go to the business playbook, which I've shown you on previous streams. Here was a business playbook. This is where basically we just put a business in there, and it generates the ICP, the sales process, ad process, objections, SOPs and operations, knowledge bank, and guides the agents. So basically, the business playbook provides the step-by-step framework for businesses growing an AI-powered business. It brings together the strategies, the systems, the practical process needed to implement AI efficiently. Yes. Also, I had another question. What was the role of the mission? Look, here's mission, the mission center, right? View runs. I don't know view runs now. The mission center, this is where we create missions, right? Of agents that work together. All right, let me just go and choose. So these are agents that work together once we connect the dots. So the purpose of the mission center, the mission is to help members turn learning into action, providing practical missions and challenges for each agent activity to complete a workflow on in a routine, right? Like every Monday, every so often, or on a specific basis, right? And it also helps measure progress, right? So I've got a question, another question is, what is the role of the COO, Chief Operating Officer, which we've been speaking about, which is our pride and glory in the platform, right? Of Chief Operating Officer on any level in a company plays a detrimental role into the whole organization. So let's just take a look. Let's go to our chat. This is a Chief Operating Officer, right? It reports every day, it monitors what's actually happening, right? The CEO is your virtual business partner, like it's your chief operating officer. It helps plan, solve business problems, generate ideas, recommends next step, and guide you for implement AI across your whole business model. So just like in a company, have a COO, is playing a higher level as well. And we got all different levels. We've got this basic level, then we've got a medium level, advanced level, super high level. So a different level is the level of operation that a Chief Operating Officer operates at any given level. At the moment, we're just having it operate on like the basic mode. Once you put it into the higher gears, oh, it just goes into overload, literally, and it just starts executing things, right? How does the business playbook, mission center, and chief role work together? Basically, they all collab together. The business playbook, right, is the learns the strategy. The mission completes practical tasks. The chief operating officer gets personalized guidance and supports and gets the whole AI agents working together in a consistent flow. Literally. So here you see right now the script's being generated. The most valuable skill of the decade. The most valuable skill in this decade isn't coding. The most valuable skill isn't coding. It's not AI engineering. It's not data science. It's not spending your time learning Python right away, hoping it will future-proof your career. You might be making the mistake of your life, because while everybody's rushing to learn technical skills, there's a silent shift happening in the economy that no one's talking about. The people who are seeing it are positioning themselves to dominate. This is the script, literally, right? The people who they're going to be left behind wondering what happened. And this is the crazy part. The skill isn't requiring a degree, isn't requiring to be technical. It isn't, yo, let me pull up, right? Now it closed now. The skill, right? So there's a script, right? Let me paint you a picture actually what's happening right now. Every day, thousands of people are enrolling into coding boot camp, spending 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 to learn skills that AI is already starting to automate. Key stuff here, right? No AI slob, right? I want you to understand this. The real shift in the execution is to orchestration. So, what this skill is, orchestration is the ability to think in systems, to fully understand the picture. Hey, let me stop there, yo. You're going to see that coming out, literally. A video that I'm going to be talking about, literally, right? We use this model for ourselves, for our clients. So, like I said, it's incredible, right? The level of detailing, right, has gone into it, right? So, let me just go now. Let me do the B-roll for this. I want to show you how we literally are playing the game. Let me go here. Let me go B-roll studio. Actually, I've got to paste the script in here. Normally I check the script. So let me go back. Oh, let me start again. I missed it. So this is what we've been working on, right? Over the last week. The channel planner. Let me go to scripts. Recent scripts. I'm going to go to the most valuable skill. Right, I'm going to go to raw script. Right, I'm going to show you how we just generate the B-roll from this. Copying and pasting this. I'm going to go to the B-roll studio. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put this title here. I want 16. I want desktop target. I'm going to say 10 minutes. Target, I'm going to say agency owners, founders, coaches. Scene count. Let me put 12. Let me put modern B-roll, no particular tool. We're going to just use Hicksfield. Focus. Let me just put text and animation. Let me put motion graphics. Yeah. Right. So this is how we develop the B-roll. Simple like this. Right. We've been working it. It's been perfecting it. And it's been like delivering us some awesome content. So while that's happening, let's see other key features we was working on. This coming week, sometimes we design AI agents in stages, but this coming week, we're going to be working on cold email, I believe. So let me just see. We have an Instagram agent as well. So let me just see this because we need to optimize this. Let me see how this agent works actually. Let me ask it. Could you explain to me how the Instagram social media agent works? Yes, how to implement our Instagram strategy with the Instagram social media agent. Oh, why does it go there? That's interesting. Um, if you launch it now, what would happen? Yes, could you take me there? This is it actually. So this is the page. So we're optimizing this agent, right? So we're gonna be working very deeply to optimize this agent. So that's another thing what we got this commencing week. But let's go back. So now this B-roll has been generated. This is the scenes, how it generates it. So let's just choose. Um, Actually, let's just choose 2 scenes. Let me actually, sorry, I'm gonna untick these. We're just gonna do these 2 scenes so you can take a sneak preview. So these scenes, I'm gonna do them at a later stage. I'm just showing an example. These 2 stages. Yes, so now, first of all, got to approve them. And now, let me just prove this one. And now, I'm going to generate the B-roll, right? So you've seen it live. This is what I've been working, optimizing all this week. So this B-roll dashboard is looking awesome, and it's working awesomely for. So yeah, so we have major growth, right? So if you're looking to implement AI agents in your business, right, I want you to get the one competitive advantage head start. All right, just click the link in this stream video, or you can or by description, or you can go to Supreme X Agents / waiting list, right? / waiting list, and you'll see still generating code. Let me just go there. Yeah, waiting -list, right? Put your details in here. You can be on a waiting list for our next intake. We take people every 30 days. So it's generating B-roll. So you see, right now it's moving on to the next B-roll. Sometimes if we like it, we keep it. If we don't, we just go back and generate new B-roll. So this is of the global economic network. Does that represent a global economic network? Hmm. That's interesting. Does that represent? So I ask myself questions if it represents the global network. But that's how you have it, right? It used to take like me hours for us to look for a B-roll for a video, etc. Now we have it in a very short period of time. Right. So I want to thank you. Right. Now you see what we've been working on in week 8 of our live stream, day 8, right, of our live stream. The world is definitely chasing. I hope you jump on board. And definitely, man, if you do, it'll be exciting times because you'll be well ahead of the curve as our next B roll is developed. Right. And I'll see you in the next stream.